white privilege, coming from a person of color such as myself and specific diversity, specific religion, especially around in New York when 9/11 took place, I was like only 12 at that time. There was a lot of hatred and racism and prejudice and Islamophobia directed towards the Muslims. And I understand why. There's a lot of ignorance and, all that sort of stuff happening. So I understand that perspective. But I grew up in this skin. I grew up in this. And for one to know that white privilege is a real thing, it's an absolute thing. To know that a person has an advantage just by their skin color. And I don't think that's your fault. So let me just make that clear. I don't think it's your fault for having a specific skin color. It is society and how we view the light skin, the lighter race, to be more beautiful. And that's a societal problem. In Pakistan, let me give you an example of Pakistan. In Pakistan, they have advertisements for skin lightening cream. In India, they have these things as well too. Why? Because in society, we've built this idea that the light skin, the light race is more beautiful, is more optimal to the eye. So what's happening is kids, young girls, right, are developing, and young men as well, are developing complexes that, hey, I'm inferior, I'm not as beautiful as someone who's light skinned. And this is a problem that society is faced with. It's not just, white. So I want to be clear, if you're talking about sides, I'm against the act of white guilt. I don't think that that's right. And I don't think that one should be feeling, I should feel guilty for white or...
Research that.
Please.
That practice existed in some places before they came into contact with white Europeans. We didn't impose that on them. They decided that for themselves. But no one can impose a standard of beauty on you. Mm-hmm. You do that for yourself.
That's a good point.
The people you hang out with may influence you. Mm-hmm. And that's one of the things that's important. Mm-hmm. Choosing the people you hang out with.
That's actually a very good point. Did Sheikh Tom just drop the hardest reminder about having good company? Bro, I feel like I'm on an episode of Black Mirror right now. So this was the moment of truth. I made a sincere dua in my heart, asking Allah to soften his heart and to open it to accept the Quran. But what happened next caught me off guard. If I were to give you this Quran, is this something that you would actually read to learn more about Muslims, Islam? Because I know you know a lot, right? But let me ask you, have you read the Quran before?
I've read parts of it.
Parts of it, right? But that's not the whole thing, obviously. But and respectfully speaking, most of the time, the parts that we read are very specific to something that you're trying to,
Actually,
understand.
They were more like random.
Okay.
So it wasn't anything in particular.
Do you mind if I randomly open a page here and see what it says?
Okay.
Why don't you open it? Here's your own. So this was it. I challenged the most racist man in America to open any page of the Quran, having full iman that Allah would show him the right verse to hit his heart. And wallahi, even I was shocked at the verse that Allah showed him. Satan's defiance. This is about the devil and what he did, okay? And remember, when we said to the angels, prostrate before Adam, right? Mm-hmm. Which we believe Adam was built, when God made Adam, he made him from all types of clay from all across the world. That's why we have so much diversity, okay? So all they did, but not Iblis, meaning the devil, okay? Who prostrated. He said, this is what the devil said, should I prostrate to the one you have created from mud? Adding, do you see this is the one, because the devil was created from pure fire, right? So he felt he was more superior to God's command because that's mud and I'm fire, right? So we understand as Muslims that the first form of racism or prejudice comes from the shaitan, the devil, because he chose to think of himself better because of his creation versus Adam, right? So this is from the 17th chapter and the 61st verse, right? So that was a random verse, yes. And it was about that. And my question to you is this, sir, if I were to give this...
Actually, I can look it up online if I choose to read it.
Okay. Wait. Did I just get Tom, the most racist man in America, to read the Quran before GTA 6? Bro, this can't be real life.
But I probably won't go through the whole thing. I haven't been through the whole Bible yet.
Okay. Do you believe in a creator, by the way? Do you believe in God?
Yeah, I just don't try and define him.
Okay. Do you believe God is a man?
Well, that's the thing. In the English language, at least as it was, any male thing when talking about a group of people who were both male and female, the male term was used, but it became gender neutral.
Sure, I understand.
In the modern time, they get upset when you say the postman.
Sure. Listen, no, I hear that, but that's what I'm asking. I'm saying, do you believe that God is a man form? Like, is that what you believe God is?
I think he's a little beyond that. I think at least I would not recognize it as such.
Do you believe Jesus was a messenger of God?
In the Christian faith, he is God.
But according to you, do you believe that? Because you said you haven't been through the Bible, so I'm just asking you as a one-to-one conversation. Do you believe he was a messenger?
Well, the Christianity in general has, God is three, the Holy Ghost, the Father, and the Son.
Yeah.
And the Son was sent here to gain us salvation.
Okay.
And...
Do you believe that?
That seems good enough for me.
Okay. So do you believe that God...
I do know that among Muslims, some view Jesus as a prophet, but not the prophet.
So you mean by the prophet meaning the main prophet?
Yes.
Yeah. So we understand Jesus to be a messenger of God, and we believe he's a prophet of God, of course. And we believe he had mighty miracles, and we believe that he came from the Virgin Mary, and we believe that he raised people from the dead by God's permission, healed the blind, the sick, the leopard by God's permission. But we do not believe that he ever claimed to be God or have divinity or claimed to be God with himself, nor did he ever call people to worship him. This is an innovation that the liberals and the people of their time, because liberals always existed. You understand?
Yes.
You get what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
They always existed. So these people, to fit in Constantine, historically speaking, when he wanted to take this religion to the Romans, right? The Romans were heavy into paganism. So what did he do, right? A typical liberal thing, right? They mold it and change it to fit the people. True or false, right? That's what they do.
Yes.
So, and this is what Constantine did. He wanted to fit this for the liberals of Rome, and he changed the Bible in the Treaty of Nicaea, dumping certain verses that goes against what they're trying to say, and he made it very pagan. All these holidays and all these things, celebrations that Jesus never attributed to. These were all celebrations of nature, and this is paganism. So even what people are celebrating today, that is not what Jesus taught. So if you really are thinking about it, Jesus had a very pure message to worship God alone, right? And even when he went to the Garden of Yosemite and he bowed his head, he prostrated with his head to the ground. That's how the Muslims pray. The Mother Mary, the Virgin Mary, she wore a scarf. Look at any statue or picture. She wore a scarf. That's the hijab. You understand? This is the message of Islam. This is what they've had to do.
One of the things I'll say to you, and you may or may not know.
Please.
Jesus was asked of the commandments, what is the greatest?
Sure. What did he say?
He said, to love thy God with all thy heart.
Yes.
And the second, like unto the first, love thy people with all thy heart.
So if you love thy people, do you love people of all faiths and all colors? Because
the closer they are to me, the more I love them.
Okay.
You love your wife more than you love me, don't you?
Definitely.
Okay, I will.
It's because I don't go that way, respectfully speaking.
I mean, just in general.
I know, but I hear that. But God is not putting that speciality. He's not putting that asterisk sign. God is saying, like you said in the quotation of that, is to love all the people. So, do you feel like you are acting upon Christ-like when this type of behavior takes place, where one thinks one race is better than the other? I'm just asking.
What kind of person would I be if I allowed my own race to go extinct by white genocide? Okay. Be blended out of existence.
And just like that, my battery died. Our conversation continued off camera.